Hello, and thank you for your interest in LanguageCert, an approved SELT provider for the UK government. I'm Janet Golding, and today I'll be introducing you to our B1 Speaking and Listening SELT exams. So, first, I'll talk to you about LanguageCert and our SELT exams. Then I'll move on to details about the B1 exams. Afterwards, I'll tell you about results and pass marks. Then I'll tell you about ways to get ready for your LanguageCert SELT exam. So, first, let me introduce you to LanguageCert. We're part of a company called PeopleCert, a global leader in the certification industry. LanguageCert is a language assessment organisation, and we are recognised by the UK government. We have excellent customer service available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We use modern technology in and for all our exams. LanguageCert and PeopleCert are recognised the world over. We have approved test centres across more than 200 countries, and millions of exams are delivered. You need to know which SELT exam to take. Each visa has its own language requirements. So it's important for you to check the UK government guidance about this for the very latest information. We also have this information on our website. Okay, so why choose a LanguageCert SELT exam? Well, we are fast, reliable, and friendly. Fast because we send your provisional results in a few minutes by email, and we send your official results in 3 business days. Reliable because we offer fair testing of real-life language skills at the specific level you need. And friendly because we have an excellent customer service team. They can answer your questions anytime. Okay, let's look at B1 speaking and listening tests in some detail. It's an online interview with a live, real person called an interlocutor, which is an examiner, by the way. You take the test at a LanguageCert SELT test centre, and the test takes between 11 and 13 minutes. You get your provisional result in 15 minutes, sent to your email address. Your official result arrives in 3 business days, and you have passed the test if you achieve 60 marks or more out of 100. Moving on to the format of the test. There are 4 different parts. In part 1, you give personal information. In part 2, you start or you answer in 2 everyday situations. In part 3, you give information and you listen to information. In part 4, You listen and answer questions, and then you talk about a topic. Let's look at these 4 parts in more detail now. Starting with part 1. Part 1 lasts between 1 minute and 30 seconds and 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You need to give personal information and talk about your opinions and ideas. You must say and spell your family name, say where you are from, and answer 4 questions about everyday topics. Here's an example of part 1. First, the interlocutor asks you these questions. Can you spell your family name for me, please? And where are you from? Then they'll ask you 4 more questions about everyday topics, like these ones, for example. Times of the year. Which month of the year do you like best? Why? Friends. How often do you go out with friends? Language. How will you use English in the future? Watching films. Who do you usually watch films with? If you don't understand something, then please do ask the interlocutor to repeat or explain. Don't forget they are friendly English language professionals. Show what you know by giving full answers. Here is what you need to do for part 2. Part 2 takes 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes. You need to communicate with the interlocutor in 2 everyday situations. You must start a conversation or answer. The interlocutor will tell you what to do, so please listen carefully. Remember to speak clearly and say what you think. Here are some examples of everyday situations you might talk about in this part of the test. In the first example, the interlocutor might say, "We're friends. We've agreed to go out tonight. I start. So, what are we going to do?" Then you give your answer. Then you both continue in a short conversation. Another situation could be this. "I'm your waiter in a cafe. There's a problem with your drink. You start." So you begin the conversation. The interlocutor replies, and you continue together in a short conversation. Remember, you are always yourself, and the interlocutor will tell you who they are in the situation. If you miss something, don't worry. The interlocutor can repeat it. Just ask them. Now, let's look at part 3. This takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds. In this part, you need to give information and ask for information and talk about your opinions. You must talk with the interlocutor to make a plan, arrange or decide on something using pictures. The interlocutor will show you your pictures, by the way. So if we look at this example, the interlocutor will introduce the task. For example, they might say this: "In this part of the test, we're going to discuss something. All right? We want to start a new hobby together, but we haven't decided what. Here are some ideas. Let's ask and answer questions to help us decide what to choose. I'll start. What do you think about learning to play the guitar? You don't have to talk about everything in your pictures. The important thing is to keep talking. You and the interlocutor have a short conversation. Finally, we have part 4. There are 2 different things for you to do in this part. Firstly, in part 4A, which takes 3 minutes, you need to listen and understand someone talking about something. You must listen to the interlocutor and then answer some questions. So, if we look at this example, you listen to the interlocutor who reads the information twice to you. You will see the questions before you listen, and you can take notes if you want. They are not part of the test, so don't worry. Here's an example of what you might hear from the interlocutor. My name is Hans and I live in Frankfurt. I'm a businessman and I travel a lot because of my job. I've visited most big European cities, but I'd really like to travel to a Greek island one day. I have friends who live in Greece and they always send me photos of their trips to the different islands. I'd like to book a house on the beach, somewhere not very crowded. My friends tell me that the best time for this is in September, but I'm always busy then, so I think I'll have to do it in July. I'm not sure if there'll be museums to visit though. I think I'd rather relax anyway, go swimming, lie on the beach to soak up the sunshine, and then try the local food, especially recipes with fresh fish. I think I'll just do the same things every day. The questions the interlocutor might ask you could be, where would Hans like to travel to? According to Hans' friends, when's the best time for this trip? What local recipes would Hans like to try? Okay, in part 4B, which takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes, you will talk about a topic after having 30 seconds preparation time. You must talk for 1 minute and 30 seconds about a topic that the interlocutor gives you. You will then need to answer some questions. So, if we look at this example, remember, you need to talk on your own and then answer some questions. The interlocutor could say, for example, you're going to talk on your own for 1.5 minutes. Your topic is a trip you'd like to take. You now have 30 seconds to write some notes to help you. You are going to talk about a trip you'd like to take. After your 30 seconds thinking time, when you make some notes to help you, the interlocutor will ask you to start. After that, they will thank you and ask you some questions like these. How do you prepare for a trip? Which is more popular, booking online or with a travel agency? Why? What are the main reasons people travel nowadays? Which are the main things to consider when choosing holiday accommodation? Okay, now Let's look at your SELT test results. This is an example of a test report, the official document you receive 3 days after the test. It shows the URN, the unique reference number you will need to use when you make your visa application. To pass the test, you need to get 60 marks or more out of 100. Let's look now at getting ready for your B1 SELT exam. Firstly, how can you best prepare for your exam? Well, we have lots of material to help you. The most important thing is the Speaking and Listening Qualification Handbook. It has very useful information about the test, including grammar, functions, topics, and so on for your level. You might also want to try out our practice papers with a friend maybe, and watch our videos, read our exam day tips, and all the other information that we have on our website. You might want to take a preparation course before the test, maybe to improve your English at this level, or to prepare more for the tasks in our tests, with a teacher perhaps. For any questions about our SELT tests, please do contact our customer service team anytime. They are always there for you. You know you can take your test in 5 easy steps. First, book your exam. You book online and you can choose where and when. There are lots of options, different locations, different times. It's up to you. Choose what's best for you. Step 2, receive exam details. Once you've booked your test, you will receive all the information you need for exam day. Step 3, on exam day. Knowing what to do on exam day will help you. Prepare beforehand. On the day, make sure you arrive at the test centre 30 minutes before the test. It might be somewhere new to you, so prepare your journey beforehand and decide how best to get there. Don't forget to take the same ID you used to book your test. The staff at the test centre are very friendly, so if you have any questions, please do ask them. They'll be happy to help you. Step 4. When you take your exam, as you know, you'll have a conversation online with a real person. Your LanguageCert interlocutor will be with you all the way during the 4 different parts of the test. Step 5. Exam results. Receiving exam results is quick and easy. Remember, you get your provisional results in 15 minutes and your official test report 3 days later. Okay, if you have any questions now after listening to this introduction, please visit the website or email us. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for your time today and good luck. Goodbye for now.